Morning, everybody. It's just about noon, actually. My husband, of course, is golfing today. He's going to have his colonoscopy. It's just a routine colonoscopy, but we always pray that everything goes well. And prayers for our friend who's going to be also in surgery tomorrow getting a kidney removed. And he needs lots of prayer because his other kidney's not working and functioning at 100%. It's like 80 some percent. So in saying that, I just ask that you keep both of them in prayer for tomorrow. And just came back from Walmart, had to get a little things. I got Don some more Jello. He can do the lemon Jello. He has to all clear liquids today, so he's doing water and Sprite with his lemon and his water. So he's trying to watch his sugar, which I'm happy about now. He has been really good. He has got off of his metformin. He took himself off to see how his ratings would be. And it's amazing to see that even when he was on metformin, and because one, even when he was watching what he ate, let's put it that way, before he even watched what he ate, his numbers were 130, 140 with the medicine. So one time he went off of one of the dosage of it just to see what would happen, and it went down to like 115, 110, and so he decided, let's try another one. So he did. And as long as he's watching what he's doing, it's around 95, 100, 108. When he kind of does his little potato chips and his pop thing, of course it'll go up to 130. So he knows this and he sees it. So he wants to get off the metformin, which I'm glad he is, because it does do havoc on your body. I mean, it's just like for him. Diarrhea was nothing taking metformin. It causes diarrhea every day, and that can't be healthy for your body, for one. And the dizziness. Now he gets up out of bed and he just gets up and walks. And before he had to get up and sit until the dizziness cleared up so he'd get up and walk. And I asked him in golf, I said, how is it with golfing? And he said, it's not as bad. He said, I still have a little bit, but nothing like I did. So goes to show the medicine is really hard on people. And I think we all know that. But in saying all this, I do supplements. He does some of my supplements, not too many. My supplements are, I'm going to show some. It's vitamin D3. I do the Bob Barefoot. A lot of people may not heard of him. I do his 500 IUs of vitamin D3 because I don't do a lot of sun like my husband. And then I got the sports, it's called Sports Research. It's the CoQ10, which, this one has coconut oil, not soybean oil, which a lot of them do have the soybean oil. So I'm trying to stay away from that because it's not really good for us. It's a synthetic oil, and we're not supposed to be eating it. So I stay away. Then I had the MK7, which Dr. Diamond, David Diamond on YouTube talks about the MK7 or the MK2, and since the company's out of this right now, so it must be pretty popular, I went with the Sports Research. It's called Vitamin K2 with coconut oil, the Mina Q7. So it also has the 7 in it. The 7 is supposed to be better. And I do take, this is the only vitamin B supplement that I have been able to take that does not break me out. And it's called the Super B, if you can see it or not, Super B Complex. And this actually helps my dizziness. I was getting dizzy, and I had seen where it said that sometimes when you're low on your vitamin B12 and your vitamin Bs, that this can cause that problem to get dizzy. So I thought, I'm going to try it. So I did, and it just so happens the dizziness has left me. So sometimes we're low on supplements, and we need our supplements sometimes as we get older because our body doesn't, depending on what we're eating, we don't get enough of our supplements. Even people who's out working, who works hard, long hours, they don't eat right. So taking the supplements is not going to hurt you if you don't overdo it. Do it like the thing says to take them. Since I'm a short person, I'm only like 5 foot, I kind of regulate my body different than probably what most of these pills are asking for because I think they go by maybe your height and weight. But I kind of watch what I do and I don't overdo it. And then I still am taking my beef organs, which these have really helped me. I really like my beef organs. No aftertaste, so I'm really glad I'm taking the ancestral beef organ, the grass-fed beef organs. I noticed my fingernails are starting to get long and hard, and I noticed that more since I got the collagen. And it is also by Ancestral, the grass-fed collagen, and I take it. Collagen is something that's good for our bones, our joints. We need that because as we get older, we lose the collagen in our body. You can also, if you want to take the time to do it, if you boil eggs and you take your egg apart and, you know, skin it, as they say, or peel it, whatever you want to call it, there's that little white layer of thin stuff. That's collagen. You can eat that. I tried it. It doesn't have a taste. I mean, it's just as plain. So I figure, well, I'll get my collagen from Ancestral because the other stuff works. I'm seeing how this works, and I know you can't really see them, but I have eyelashes. I'm so surprised. I haven't had eyelashes for years because sometimes my eyes, and I believe it was from oxalates from eating so many vegetables and stuff and adding that all the time, like the nightshade vegetables and stuff, and I get this, it would irritate me so much. I'd get like a lot of hair and I pull. Well, I'd pull out most of my eyelashes right there and I'd have this white spot. So then I'd take eyeliner and go over it trying to get that filled in because it looks so weird. And I'm like, oh boy. But these are starting to go away little by little. Sometimes I put some lotion on it, causes it to look redder like it is today. But sometimes our body does that. And I do have one of the oxalate things coming out on my foot. And how you know the difference is like charred glass. You can feel it. It feels like a piece of glass in there. And I got a little piece of it out the other day. And it's real hard. And it's just like a piece of charred. And it come on the side of my feet. And as Sally Norton explains that to people, she had these same problems on her feet. You know, different, like her eyes, she developed styes on her eyes. So she used coconut, the solid coconut oil, and she would take it on a Q-tip and put it on her eye, and it takes care of the styes. But styes are caused from those little crystals from the oxalates that's high in our bodies. So I really am trying hard to stay away from that stuff. I feel better. But every time I do nightshades, like peppers or onions, the cramping starts. So I know that those play havoc on my body. And so I just kind of stay away from them. I don't need that feeling. Most of us don't want that. That's the inflammation in your body. And it does, I'm telling you, if you don't believe Sally Norton, or you don't believe what I'm relaying to you, try and cut stuff out of your food through the week. Do it for a week or two. Say, okay, I'm not going to eat a high oxalate food, whether it's dark chocolate, whether it's, I don't know, I'll say you get like corn. Corn's really bad for us. All grain foods are bad for us. It plays a lot of havoc. I can't do corn. I can't do popcorn because my sciatic nerve will start up within an hour after I've ate it. And that's not a fun feeling. Anybody who's ever had a sciatic nerve problem, you know, that's painful. And I don't like it. So what do? I don't eat it. And I haven't had a sciatic nerve problem since I quit. And I'm glad. So I ditched the popcorn. You know, I just keep that stuff out of the house. Don doesn't eat it unless I make it once in a while, which I don't anymore. And he's happy with that. And I think he's noticed it too because he's kind of backed off of eating the beans and the peas and the corn. He's backed off. And I always ask him, what do you want with your food? Now, he may take a baked potato. It's okay. It doesn't raise his blood sugar. Like everybody says, oh, potato raises his blood sugar. No, it's not raising his blood sugar. Actually, it's a better thing, it seems like, for him than anything else. But they are high in oxalates, and sweet potatoes are really high in oxalates. And I thought I was doing myself a favor by eating sweet potatoes and not white potatoes. Well, I found out that was the opposite. Definitely don't eat sweet potatoes. They taste so good, though. But they are high in oxalates. And maybe you're young and you don't feel this now in your body, and you're not having the aches and pains in the joints and the hips and your back. But someday it's going to play havoc on your body. So if you're young, and I wish I'd known this raising my stepdaughters, because we always had vegetables with meat, and I made them eat it. Eat your vegetables, are good for you. They weren't. And you know what's sad is some people go way overboard with getting mad at their parents for, I listened just for a second. I'm probably not even into 3 minutes of this one girl who was talking about her mother making her eat spinach, and she was cursing her mom, so mad at her mother. Her mom had no idea. That research was out there, but it was not being brought to none of us. So as growing up, our parents told us, eat your veggies, they're good for you. They had no clue. And I had to get off the girl's site. I mean, she was using the F word, cussing her mom, and I thought, you need to grow up. You know, you got to realize your mother had no clue. Don't blame your parents if they thought they were doing you right. You blame the industry who knew in the beginning this was bad for us. But they pushed it and pushed it and pushed it. So it helps the big pharmaceutical companies make money off of you being sick. It helps the cereal industries. And I'm telling you, if you are eating grain cereals, I don't care if it's bran, any kind of cereal, it is not good for you. It is a grain. Grain, our body was not made to eat grains. It's like a friend told me, and I thought it was kind of cute. She says, why do you think when the pilgrims came over, the Indians gave them corn to eat? Indians didn't eat corn. They gave it to them because here they come, invading them. So they thought, well, let's just give them corn. And they ate it. We've ate it all of our lives. Who knew? But I thought it was kind of cute when she said that. I said, yeah, you know, I never thought of that. But yeah, everybody said, well, God made vegetables. They're good for us. God did make vegetables. And at that time, back then, I do believe they were good for people. I really do. Because God made them. But we have put pesticides on these vegetables for years. We have did the hibernation and germinated this vegetable with this vegetable. We have changed all of this stuff. It is no wonder it's hard on our body now. I mean, stop and think about it. Back then, you didn't have pesticides. You ate what you ate, grew what you grew. You know, if it was there, you ate it, and God provided it, just like our fruit. Used to be so pure. We used to be able just to, I remember I remember this so much. In my growing up years, my neighbor had a plum tree. Several of them, actually. And we would go during the plum season and grab a plum and just eat it from the tree. We didn't wash it. It had no pesticides on it. We didn't have to worry about all that stuff, and we didn't care if there's a bug dew on it. Who cared? You know, I mean, you're a kid. You wipe it off on your clothes and you put it in your mouth and you eat it. That's what we did. So, I remember those special days, and they were the best plums. But our fruit is nothing like it used to be, and we all know that. We know that nothing is like it used to be for us to eat. There is so much stuff put on our foods today, and in our foods today, we don't even know what we're eating. I was going to buy Jell-O in a package and make it for Dawn instead of buying the ones in the little packs because I figured I'll make him some. I wanted a lemon. They had none in the packs. So I went to buy the box of lemon. What was in it? You don't think to make lemon Jell-O it's going to be that bad? Disodium phosphate. Disodium phosphate, and I know this because of what it did to me, it is an ingredient that comes from diesel fuel. Yes. And I could not believe it when I read it and looked it up online. It caused me to have the same side effects as a heart attack patient. I had the burning up my arm. It went in my left jaw. I woke Dawn up. I said, I think I'm having a heart attack. I have all the symptoms. My arm's aching, my jaw's aching, and I had a little chest pain. So we rushed to the hospital, ER, and this is at 2 o'clock in the morning. This hit me, woke me up. So we go to the hospital, and they kept me overnight, did my enzymes and all that. Couldn't find nothing. Nothing could they find. So I thought, okay, they're not finding anything wrong with my heart, but I had all the pains and symptoms of a heart attack. What did this to me? I knew it had to be something I ate. So I got to looking at something I ate that whole week, every day. It was white cheddar popcorn. Yes, it's so good. I love it. Loved it, I should say. I don't even eat it now. I don't go near anything, if I can keep from it, that has disodium phosphate, and I know it's in there. This is why reading labels and checking things out is so important to you and your families. So really check that out. But They couldn't find nothing. Did stress test, nothing could they find wrong with my heart, which was a blessing. Thank you, Lord. So I checked all this out and found this. It's in a lot of things. It's in any, like white cheddar crackers. It's in your Jello. It's in your pudding. It's in, believe it or not, kielbasa when you buy your meat. Now they're putting it, and they're putting that in a lot of things. Why? So we end up in a hospital with, and I know another lady this happened to. She did the same thing I did. Didn't know about this. Ends up in the hospital, same symptoms, and it did nothing. No heart attack. Nothing wrong with her heart. She's fine. And when I heard this from her husband, I said, ask her, was she eating anything with white cheddar? He said, well, yeah, she eats the popcorn. I said, that did it. I said, same thing with me. Now, it may not affect others that way, but it did it to me. Am I going to take a chance with it again? No. If it's doing that to me, what's it doing to other people? What's it doing to my body in other ways that I don't know? That's why I have gotten to the point I just eat my grass-fed meats. I'll eat some pickles. I'll eat some cucumbers. I'll eat my deviled eggs and regular eggs. The only bad thing about the deviled eggs, I can't find the Primo mayonnaise, and I'm still looking for it. And I don't want to have to order it online, but I may have to, because other mayonnaise has soybean oil in it. Why? Get rid of it. You know, it's just like, ugh. But that's our industry. So we have to take care of ourselves. We can't do like that one girl did and cuss people out because we're not doing the research for ourselves to find this stuff out. And we're cursing our parents who didn't know any better. Shame on you. I don't care who you are. Shame on you. Quit blaming others for you not taking the step and taking care of yourself first. If you don't do it, you can't blame your spouse. You can't blame your mom. You can't blame your dad. You are your own person. Unless you're an invalid and you can't do this and you don't have access to information, you don't have the right to blame anybody. That's all there is to it. Someday, God will come back and everything will be great because he'll have the earth the way it needs to be. But until that time, there are so many greedy people out there. And, you know, just like cancer, they say there's not a cure. People, get off the processed foods. I'm telling you, get off the processed foods, get off the sugar, get off the grains. You can make your body healthy. And I'm telling you, when you do that, you're going to feel better all the way around. All the way around. And yes, stress can bring it on. I do believe that with cancer. But I still think we need just to have God in our life, really have him in our life, and ask him, Lord, I know you're there for me. He has been through, I have been a lot of times. There's been a lot of times I've just been thinking, oh, I can't do this anymore. And God's there. God's right there. And he pulls me through it. He can pull anybody through it if they believe in him. And go to him and ask for help. And it may not be the kind of help you want right then, but he's there for you. I can honestly say that. So, in saying all this, I'm going to get off here and get some stuff done around my house that I need to do. And we did get our air in, and thank you, Gene's Heating is wonderful. I tried to heat this morning just to see if it worked, and it did, and I'm happy about that. So between having our air conditioner fixed and our TV that I fixed with the backlights, if you ever have a TV to go out and you want to fix it, just go on YouTube and you can look up things. I think the one was Jimmy's Shop or Shop by Jimmy, who I went on and found out how to tear our TV completely apart and put the backlights in it and get rid of the old ones. And they're really funny looking things. It's easy to do. I had like 2 or 3 screws left over when I got done. I was not tearing it back apart to find out where they went, because I figured, well, everything stayed together. So I kept the screws, put them in a little bag, put them in the drawer, and I said, someday if I ever have to take it apart again, I'll see where those screws go. But I was not taking it back apart. It takes time to do this. I probably had 4 to 5 hours in our TV total, maybe 6, for $80. And that beats paying $400 or $500 for a TV to me. And this was a 55-inch one. And I think we bought it, and we bought it in 2013, 2014 when we came down here. So that's how old it is. But now it works for $80 in 4 or 5 hours of my time, maybe 6. I can't really remember. But anyway, in saying all that, y'all have a blessed day. I have Back Porch Players practice tonight. Anybody out there who sings altos, we sure could use some altos people. So if you feel like you want to sing, come join us. First Baptist Church. We'll be there at 7 o'clock. So if you are interested, please come and join us. We could use you. It's hard when you're trying to sing altos and you're not that great of a singer, but you do your best. So anyway, I love y'all, and y'all have a blessed day, and keep my husband in prayer that he gets through this liquid diet today, which he's not going to be too happy about, but I tried, and I said, I gotta eat. I'm not on this thing right today, so I ate this morning. I had me some deviled eggs, and what else did I have? Deviled eggs and some cheese. That's what I wanted. That's what I ate. So it was my breakfast this morning, and that wasn't until probably about 30 minutes ago. So anyway, in saying that, y'all have a great day. And I'm going to try to get some puppet stories going on here if that all works. And pray for me. I'm thinking about getting a video camera that's remote control, so this makes it easier on turning off my video thing doing my puppets. It's not easy. So anyway, keep that little ministry in prayer, please. I'm hoping there's children who's getting to watch it. I hope the parents let them, and I hope they enjoy it. Any comments or, ideas, let me know. You can message me on Messenger or underneath here. Like, subscribe, comment. I don't care. Whatever. But I do appreciate everybody's prayers for Dawn tomorrow, and also for our friend with his kidney. There's a lot of things going on. And prayers for those who have lost loved ones. And also our president. So, God bless y'all. Have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.